Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Seven Swords, and we are back. In the last episode, we saved the Sibyl, brought them back to the Temple of Dibella. Sarah placed a charm on her to keep her safe and to keep an eye on her, and to eventually turn her into a loyal servant of ours. We also came back here to the abandoned house where Logrolf was here. He proceeded to attempt to do his rites, ended up in the same cage that Mullig Balls put us in. And we then beat him with the rusted mace from the altar. We now have the rusted mace, which is no longer rusted. We now have the Mace of Molag Bal. It deals 26%, 26 points of stamina damage, 26 points of magicka damage, and if the target dies within 3 seconds, it will fill a soul gem. So this is a pretty cool weapon to have. Not Sarah's type, but not a bad weapon to have. We will be going back to using keening, though. Keening is the weapon of choice for us, and I prefer keening. Um, Additionally, I wasn't originally going to do this episode, but I decided I wanted to do another episode before I call it for the night. What we will be doing now is we are here close to Dead Crone's Rock. I'm planning on going and dealing with that. Due to the fact that Dead Crone's Rock has one of the...
You found this.
Oh, sounds like people have already found about me finding the Sybil. I was just doing the Will of Dibella and all that malarkey. Now, I'm wondering,
Whoa.
this may lead us to where we need to go, which is up there somewhere. Because I don't want to try teleporting through the mountains to get there, I just want to get there. So we are going to be using we're going to be using our clairvoyance spell. Not moving. There we go. Alright, real quick so we can get our magicka back up. This way. But, some would wonder
God might get nervous.
what
A woman approaches.
Why Sarah would want, the Sibyl under her command. Sarah wants more power. Why does she want someone who serves in the temple? Isn't this a possible problem, since if she, gets found out by Dibella's probably going to be really upset with her, especially since she stole that golden statue. She feels like the statue stealing was probably also part of Dibella's plan. Dibella probably wanted her to find her way to the, she probably wanted her to find her way to the, um, temple, so that she would eventually talk to, the priestesses, and eventually have to go find the Sibyl. So she's probably sure that Dibella's not too mad about the statue. Now, she might be mad about the Sibyl if she ever discovers it, but Sarah's pretty certain she placed that deep enough in the girl that it'll never be found. It's also not going to cause the girl to do anything differently. The girl will perform her rites just as per normal. She'll just also help Sarah out a bit. We are getting quite close to this orc camp, but it looks like we're just going to go past it. We also have this a Dwemer ruin apparently up here. Over there. Is that Advenchal? Or not Advenchal, Archangingosum? Which it is. This is where we're gonna go find out about that blue gear we have in our inventory. I am not interested in dealing with it right this second, so we are not going to go deal with it. Right now, I just want to get this next piece of Mehrunes' Razor before we head back to talk to, what's his name? Sent us off to find Mehrunes' Razor.
All right. Hand over your valuables, or I will gut you like a fish.
Walk away right now.
Well, I can see you're not one to be trifled with. Let this be a warning to you.
There we go. Ooh, I will take that. That looks really cool. Vagabond dust armor. Very neat. But, Sarah's reasoning for wanting the Sybil under her control and thinking that it's a worthy risk is the power that this girl will most likely have in her adult years. It brings her, it makes her think that it would be worth making sure the girl is serving her properly. It's gonna lead me down? It's gonna lead me down, isn't it? I really thought it was gonna lead me up and over. Although I am noticing that that wooden bridge is built there now. I think that's because of us. I think that's because that's the way to the Forgotten City, and that wooden bridge was built after we opened the city up to the world. Hagrock Redoubt. No bad bear. I kind of wish we knew if the Forsworn were planning on killing the girl or if they wanted to utilize her as the Sybil. That's also another thought process, is like maybe the Forsworn did something to her. Since that would be also not too surprising. This is one reason why we don't spend much time up here in the Reach. These Forsworn natives are annoying. Sheesh. You're all a pain. I hope you understand that. Ooh, big spider. Gotcha. Actually, now that I think about it, we probably should start collecting some blood again because we don't have a lot because we used up a lot of it with a few days ago. sure we gather as much of it as we can from these people. Or at least a good amount of it. I'm not going to go down there and gather the rest. A couple of potions of it is enough. For now, at least. No.
I heard something.
So did I. Pretty sure that they're up there, but I'm pretty sure this just leads us up there. There's always a possibility that this is... Oh. Apparently, it's always a possibility that this place is bigger than I was expecting. I literally thought I was going to turn that corner. There'd be a door right there, and that would lead me out.
Is someone there? Thought I heard something.
Get down. Get down. We have a level up? Yes, we do. Let's do that real quick. More stamina. Stamina needs that love. Beach would be nice. Speech 70. 4 more levels. Pickpocket's something we're going to look into doing probably some more of. Maybe sneak? Fog of War, Silent Roll. Bot Addiction. Oh, nope. Nothing good in Enchanting. Doesn't look like we have much in Alteration, although... Ah. One day generate gold equal to the 4 times the amount of your alteration skill. Not exactly super useful, since we have so much already. Second spell, like Stone Flesh, is 100% stronger when not wearing armor. Distorted Shape, Energy Shield. Interesting. Duration spell, maybe? Sending Light, Edgewalker. What is Descending Light? When entering combat, rapidly regenerate points of magical equal to your restoration skill per second. The effect gradually diminishes over time, a course of 15 seconds. Restoration does not stop. Okay, sick. Well, restoration spells are up to 30% more powerful. Below half health. Maybe. Continue up the destruction level spells. I really like the idea of how about your allies? I like imposing. I think if I'm gonna go down this route, we're gonna go imposing bear presence. Then Wiltering. Those affected by the calm spell or effect within the radius of imposing presence lose 200 points of armor and 50% magic resistance. Oh, that's gonna be good. Maybe I should have gone down the illusionary magic a long time ago. Could always use the Ogma Infinium. Probably use it for magic. Take our magical skills up another notch. Game and dinner. Younger me would have thought that being an alchemy book meant that we were about to need to use alchemy for something. Not the case. Beyond annoying. Sheesh. Yes, you did. You heard your death coming out of the door. Hello, Briarheart. Technically, if you sneak up to them and pickpocket their hearts, which, yes, you can pickpocket the briar heart out of them, it'll actually insta-kill them. One of the easiest ways to kill one of the hardest bad guys in the game. Well, hardest naturally generated bad guy. Pretty sure, at least. Stop blasting me with magic. It, for one, doesn't work, and for two, only makes me angrier. Stone of Mehrunes Razor. And now, of course... Ooh, and another unusual gem. Hello. We get terror and dismay. I wonder which one that was. Let's take a look. Huh. Learned the final word of the dismay shout. And the weak shall fear the Thuum and flee in terror. Sure. I am tempted to get these just so I can have more spells, but I don't want to use up the dragon shouts that we have. Especially since if we go to Solstheim, we're going to need more dragon souls. Because we have shouts on Solstheim that are very powerful. And I am definitely going to want. Alright. Now, I did want to go inside this place. Hag's Redoubt. Savor the warmth of my last victim's blood. Blood. And into High Rock Redoubt. Now, I don't know if this place is going to be anything interesting.
Never should have come here.
But it is going to be more bandits. Or more Forsworn. Sharkblood. I do have to agree that I kind of agree that the Forsworn are a group that I kind of wish you could have joined. I think it'd be kind of cool. There is something you can do later to kind of join them, but you don't actually join them. And they still hunt you. And you still have to fight them. Kind of makes sense. They're really the only bad guys in this area, so it would kind of make the rift boring if the Forsworn all teamed up with you. Even though personally I think I like the idea of having like a bunch of people on my side. I can always see it as like infighting. Ruined jail key. Interesting. Thought I got the jail key. What's going on here? There we go. You. They have a bandit here. We look to see if he has any good blood. He. I forgot to put my weapons away. Apparently, he might already be blooded. Oh, nope. There we go. Need to make sure we have plenty of blood. She probably definitely savors the life blood a lot better, or the blood of the living a lot more, but I don't believe that she has an issue with just grabbing what she can. Especially since her alchemy is relatively good, so I'm guessing she makes it relatively tasty, all things considered. I should have stole the briar heart out of that guy. I'm not going to bother now that I've already angered him. Especially since it's a lot easier just to kill him like this, personally. True shot, gold, lockpicks, another staff of charming, and a heavy night dragon shield. Sure. That leads out to Skyrim. Wanted to go in here and check this place real quick. Uh-oh. Ow. And that leads out to Skyrim. You know, I saw this and was wondering what it went down to. Glad I found out. Let's also go back, and we're going to go out the other door, so I can figure out what the other door leads to. Before we most likely leave and continue on with our adventure. Where'd it go? There it is. Finally. Freedom at last. And down we go. Hello, Force One. Goodbye, Force One. Drag the blood. Anything good up here? There's a chest. And apparently me yawning. Very sleepy. Good over there. That looks like a helmet. It's a steel helmet though. Nothing of use. Such a pretty pearl. Wonder if they were planning on using it for something. Could use it in a ritual. Piece of a Daedric artifact. I would hope that it would have some kind of magical resonance inside of it. Though the entire dagger would be better. Its true form, much like the Mace of Moloch Ball. Your water run discovered. What this is? Oh. Requires a key. Interesting. Iron roots. Hello, singing plants. Ooh. No Dwemer. I think good. Lamb's heart. Get out! Slaughterfish down there. Where is Vexa Flame? Fire that burns underwater. they go? Going. I didn't want to kill them. I wanted to capture them. Well, I wanted to kill them, but then I wanted to loot them. Didn't need a key. Where do I get the key from? Why do I feel like if I do this, it's going to end up getting me killed? Well, it didn't get me killed. 90% certain I'm not supposed to be up here. That's annoying. A locked chest, but it's completely... But it's... here. I think this one? Yeah, I checked both of these. Strange. Check this book just to make sure. I highly doubt it's got anything in it. Probably, the chest is probably from some other area that I need to come here and unlock it, but let's check real quick to see, make sure. With something C's heart. Timer's heart. Interview with the Tempest, Volume 18. Chimer's heart and unique in the Contemplacy with Mount Legsman, interview of the volume 16 of this series. Something tells me this is not something to do with the situation. Whatever. I am not one to lose sleep over a I think that this is just to the city, but we don't have much. We don't have anything else I wanted to do other than get the piece of Mehrunes razor today. The one option we have is to go back to the city. Something Sarah wants to check there. We shall head to the Forgotten Ruins. Return to the city. Now, obviously, there's not much for this city to do with this city anymore. I mentioned I mentioned the fact that we were going to come back here after getting Keeney. This is the return to the city. But obviously, there's not going to be a lot to do with down here. Because obviously the city has already been taken care of, and there's not, and like I've said before, as far as I can tell, the mod doesn't have anything else to do down here. But Sarah does notice that the dagger, the blade of Keening, looks a lot like the material she had dealt with when she was down in the under part of the city. Now she knows that Ethereum, as he called it, has been destroyed, and that it is no longer down there. But she does know, well, for one, there's that energy that's coming up from the central pillar and affects that light. But there's also some energy that was inside of this abandoned palace. And she's curious to see if that energy is still there. So, we're gonna go check. These creatures are back. Is nothing to say. Nothing but annoyances at this point. Great. More of them. Be gone. Oh, monsters. Definitely interesting to have the area so silent. Notice the music has stopped. Now, we may run into the we may run into the necromancer again. He may have resurrected. The bad guys are back. I'm not seeing any of the other things that were down here. We're also noticing that the totems here are gone. But aha. Huh. Not exactly the same. And the radiation from before is still here. That comes back. Huh. This placard's still here, though. What power still remains here? Radiation is still very much alive. Power. And of course, here is the room where it all happened. For one man's punch triggered everything. Are you still watching us, Arbiter? Are you still out there? Doubt he would face me. Powers was nowhere close to what I was back then, and I've only grown with time. The energy is still here. I'll need time to research it. Discover the true power behind it. He used it to summon an entire force. You're still here. I've defeated you once. Will either bend the knee or you will die. Interesting. Mask. Test real quick. Huh. Interesting. Let's open this up real quick. we go. Pesky spiders. Huh. Nope. Okay. This is another location to study at. The ancient magics here are definitely something to be considered. Only I could get a closer look. Without a levitation spell, not going to happen. Splash. Interesting. Oh, that makes sense. His body wouldn't be here because he wouldn't have come here to seal it. Wouldn't come here to create the portal. Huh. Never even thought of that myself. Nothing of interest that I want to deal with the fact of me stealing it. Thing I have would be commonplace anyways. Mushrooms. Think he still sleeps over here every once in a while? I've always wondered that. And the two of them still just wandering around the city.
It's a beautiful city, isn't it?
I would say it is. I love the tree. I think the tree is beautiful. I never noticed the light in it. But I love the tree. I think the tree is amazing. I've always imagined that if I had a city, I would want there to be a big tree in the center of it like this. Taste of my last feeding is almost gone. We'll have more soon. Now we rest. What do I have in the chest? At least stuff in here? Not really. But I think that will be the end of this episode. We'll be staying here in the Forgotten City for a little bit. Sarah might go back to the palace and study more of that energy. But you will all figure out what she discovers later. For watching, and I hope you guys have been enjoying. If you guys have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. If you want to see more of my content, please hit that like and please hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date when I release things. And if you've liked the episode, please hit that like button. It helps the algorithm show my content to more people. believe that we will be getting close to going to Solstheim soon. It is the next big thing I would like to take care of, since it will give Sarah some more inspiration. But for now, have a good night.